Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome back. Oh, today's episode. This one is going to feel like a really good conversation with a close friend.
Hey, hello, friends.
Get comfortable.
Honestly, this topic always starts arguments. Good ones.
The best kind. Okay, we are starting right now. 3 years ago, I made a decision that everyone in my life had an opinion about. I left my apartment in the city, the noise, the energy, the corner coffee shop I loved, and I moved to a small town 2 hours away.
That is a big move.
My friends thought I had lost my mind. My family was confused. One person actually said, "But what will you do there?"
As if nothing exists outside a city.
Exactly. And the truth is, the first month I asked myself the same question. I would sit on my porch in the quiet and think, is this a mistake? Have I made a terrible mistake?
And?
And then one morning, I woke up and heard birds. Just birds. And I made coffee and sat outside and felt something I had not felt in 3 years of city living. I felt genuinely still.
If you have ever wondered whether the city or the country is the right place for you, or if you have ever tried to talk about where you live and how you live in English, and the words just were not there, today we are giving you everything you need.
Daily English Podcast.
From Daily English Podcast.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back. I am Nova.
And I am Daniel. This is your Daily English Podcast for real conversations, everyday vocabulary, and the kind of English practice that prepares you for actual human conversations, not textbook scenarios.
And today's topic is one of those conversations that comes up constantly in real life. At work, on dates, with new friends, whenever someone asks, "So, where are you from? Where do you live now? Do you like it there?"
And suddenly you need to describe not just a place, but a feeling, a lifestyle, a whole way of living in English.
That requires specific vocabulary. And today you are getting all of it.
Okay, Nova, I already know your story from the intro, but how has your actual week been?
Good. Very country week, actually. I went for a long walk through fields on Tuesday. No pavement, no noise, just fields and sky. And I thought, I could not have done this 3 years ago.
That is the thing about lifestyle changes. They sneak up on you. You don't notice the shift until you look back.
Exactly. What about you? Full city week?
Full city week. I was in the center of everything. A new restaurant opened near me. I walked to 3 different things in one afternoon, and I thought, I love this. I love having everything 5 minutes away.
See, this is the debate. And we are not going to settle it today.
We really are not. Both are valid, both have their sentences. And that is the episode.
Before we get into it, a quick favor from us.
Yes, if this podcast is helping your English feel more natural and more real, please like this video, subscribe to Daily English Podcast, and share it with one person who is learning English.
Specifically, share it with someone who has moved to a new city or country recently and wants to talk about their new life in English. This episode gives them the words.
Send it to them today. Okay, let us talk about city life and country life in English. So, Nova, let's set this up. Why is talking about where you live such an important English skill?
Because it is one of the first conversations that happens when you meet someone new. In any language, in any culture. Where are you from? Where do you live now? Do you like it?
It is the geography of a relationship. Where someone lives tells you a lot about how they live, their values, their priorities, their personality even.
And in English, describing where you live goes far beyond just the name of a city. It's the texture of a place, the feeling of it.
Think of describing where you live like painting a portrait.
Okay, a portrait.
Not a map, not a list of facts. A portrait captures feeling, mood, personality, and that is what real English conversation about place sounds like.
It's loud and exciting and I love it. That is a portrait. It's quiet and slow, and some days that's exactly what I need. Also a portrait.
Very different from, I live in a city, it is big.
Which is technically true, but tells us nothing.
Nothing at all. So today we are teaching you how to paint the portrait in English for both city life and country life.
And here's something we discovered while building this episode. And stay with us for this because it comes up in a role play later. There's one English phrase that works for describing almost any place you have ever lived. And most learners have never heard it.
Stay for it. It's worth it. Okay, 5 categories. City life vocabulary, country life vocabulary, comparing the two, talking about what you miss, and the big one, how to express your personal preference without sounding aggressive or rude about the other choice.
Because people get passionate about this topic.
Very passionate. Let's be diplomatic in English. Okay, personal story first.
Yes, Daniel, tell us yours.
So I grew up in a small town. Very small. One main road, one school, everyone knew everyone. And at 18, I moved to the city for university, and it was overwhelming is too small a word.
Culture shock?
Total culture shock. The noise, the speed, the crowds, the anonymity. I remember standing on a busy street corner on my third day thinking, nobody here knows my name. Nobody knows me. I am completely invisible.
That sounds terrifying.
It was. And also, strangely exciting. Like I could be anyone. Like the city didn't have any expectations of me yet.
Oh, that is interesting. The same anonymity that felt lonely also felt free.
Exactly. And that tension between the loneliness and the freedom is at the heart of every city versus country conversation I have ever had.
And today, we are going to give our listeners the English to express that tension beautifully. Let's go. Tip 1. Master the vocabulary for describing city life.
City life has its own specific English vocabulary, and if you want to talk about it naturally, you need these words.
Think of city vocabulary like the sounds of the city itself.
Okay, sounds.
The city is never one sound. It is layers. Traffic, construction, music from a window, a siren in the distance, people talking everywhere. And city vocabulary works the same way. It has layers.
So let us go through the layers, starting with adjectives for city life.
Bustling, full of activity and energy, always moving. It is a bustling city center, never quiet, always something happening.
Vibrant, lively, colorful, exciting. The neighborhood has a really vibrant art scene.
Fast-paced, things move quickly. There's always urgency. I love the fast-paced lifestyle. It keeps me motivated.
Hectic, very busy, and slightly chaotic. My commute is honestly pretty hectic, but I'm used to it.
Diverse, many different kinds of people, cultures, foods, experiences. One of my favorite things about the city is how diverse it is.
Convenient, easy to access things, everything close by. I love how convenient everything is. My gym, my grocery store, my cafe, all within walking distance.
Anonymous, when people do not know each other. Private. There's something I actually like about the anonymity of city life. Nobody's in your business.
And for talking about specific city experiences, the commute can be exhausting. The cost of living is high, but worth it for me. There's always something to do on weekends.
And listeners, here's the key sentence structure for talking about city life positively. One of the things I love most about city living is blank. And for the downsides, the only thing I find difficult about city life is blank.
Those two structures will carry you through almost any city life conversation in English.
And tip 2 is going to flip everything we just said and give you the country life vocabulary to match.
Tip 2. Master the vocabulary for describing country life and small-town living.
Same approach. Layers of vocabulary. Specific, real, natural.
Think of country vocabulary like the pace of the country itself.
Okay, pace.
Slow, deliberate, with space between things. And country English vocabulary has that same quality. It is more reflective, more sensory, more about feeling than speed.
So the adjectives: peaceful, calm and quiet, free from stress and noise. I moved here for the peace. The city was starting to exhaust me.
Scenic, visually beautiful, especially natural landscapes. The drive to work is genuinely scenic. I pass through fields every morning.
Close-knit community, where people know each other, look out for each other. It is a very close-knit community. My neighbor brought me soup when I was sick.
Spacious, having a lot of physical space, not crowded. After my tiny city apartment, the space here feels almost unreal.
Isolated, far from other places or people, sometimes positively, sometimes negatively. It can feel a little isolated in winter when the roads are bad.
Unhurried, relaxed, without time pressure, slow in a good way. I love the unhurried pace of life here. Nobody is rushing anywhere.
And for experiences, you really get to know your neighbors. The air quality is so much better. I can see stars at night, actual stars. But the nearest hospital is 40 minutes away.
That last one, real talk.
Always real talk. And the key sentence structures. What I appreciate most about country living is blank. And the challenge with living rurally is blank.
Rurally, living in the countryside or rural areas.
Beautiful word. Underused. And tip 3, this is where the conversation gets interesting because comparing is where most learners struggle. Tip 3, how to compare city life and country life naturally in English.
Comparing in English is a skill.
And when it comes to lifestyle topics especially, you want to compare thoughtfully, not like a debate, like a real person with a real opinion.
Think of comparing two places like holding two different cups of tea.
Okay, 2 cups of tea.
One is strong and dark, bold, wakes you up, a little bitter.
One is light and floral, gentle, calming, soothing. Neither cup is wrong. They just do different things.
And how you compare them in English says a lot about your fluency and your maturity.
So the comparing structures. Compared to the city, country life feels a lot more blank, direct and clear.
The city has more blank, but the countryside has more blank. Balanced comparison.
I used to think blank, but after living in blank, I realized blank, showing growth and changed perspective. In some ways, the city is better for blank, but for blank, nothing beats the countryside. They both have their pros and cons. For me personally, it comes down to blank and the contrast words, whereas, while, on the other hand, in contrast. However, these make your comparisons sound sophisticated and natural. City life is exciting, whereas country life is restorative. 1 sentence, 2 full ideas. Beautiful contrast.
While I loved the convenience of the city, I found myself missing silence.
Country life is slower, however, that slowness is something I have come to deeply appreciate.
And listeners, if you are asked to compare two places in English, the secret is to avoid saying one is simply better. Show that you understand both. Show the nuance. That is what sounds fluent.
Nuance is fluency.
Always. Okay, before tip 4, let's actually show our listeners what this sounds like in a real conversation. A role play. I just moved from the city to the countryside. Daniel is a city person who cannot imagine leaving. We're having a real, warm debate.
This is going to be fun. Role play starting now. Okay, so I have to ask, how is it, the country life? Do you miss the city at all?
Honestly, more than I expected at first. The first few weeks, I kept reaching for things that weren't there. My favorite coffee shop, the noise, even the noise.
You missed the noise?
I know, but now, 3 months in, I wake up and I hear birds and I think, I cannot believe I used to live without this.
Okay, but don't you get bored? Like, what do you actually do on a Saturday?
I go for long walks. I cook properly, like actually cook, not just order delivery. I have started a vegetable garden. I know.
A vegetable garden, Nova.
I know. I barely recognize myself. But Daniel, when is the last time you genuinely switched off? Like fully switched off?
I mean, I went on holiday last year.
On holiday doesn't count if you checked your emails every morning.
That is, okay, fair point.
Whereas I switched off on a Tuesday. Just a normal Tuesday. That is new for me.
Okay, I can see the appeal, but I could never give up the convenience. Everything I need is 5 minutes away. Theater, restaurants, my gym, my friends.
I get that completely. And I am not saying the country is better. I'm saying it is better for me, right now, in this season of my life.
That is actually a really healthy way to think about it.
And I still visit the city. I just do not live in it anymore.
Fair enough. Though I notice you didn't say you missed the commute.
Nobody misses the commute. Nobody.
And scene. Roleplay done.
Done. Okay, what did you notice about the language in that conversation?
Natural contrast phrases. Whereas I switched off on a Tuesday. Hedging language. I'm not saying the country is better, I'm saying it's better for me.
And that phrase, in this season of my life, that's the phrase we promised earlier, the one that works for almost any lifestyle conversation.
In this season of my life means right now. At this point in my life, this is what I need or choose. It is elegant, it is humble, it is honest.
City life is right for me in this season of my life. I need the quiet in this season. In this season, I want community around me.
Use it. It makes you sound thoughtful and self-aware in English.
Listeners, pause right now and say, in this season of my life, I prefer blank. Fill in the blank, out loud, right now.
Say it. It's yours now. And scene. Roleplay done. How many things from today did you hear in that conversation?
In this season of my life, the phrase we promised, right now the trade feels worth it, whereas the city keeps you buzzing, the countryside makes you breathe.
For me personally, I think it depends. The diversity, the vibrancy, city and country vocabulary woven in naturally.
And most importantly, both people respected each other's choices. No walls, just gates.
Did you catch all of that? Let's go through the keywords now.
Vocabulary time. First, Bustling, full of activity, movement, and energy, used to describe busy places.
Full of activity, movement, and energy, used to describe busy places. Casual. The city center is so bustling right now. Must be a holiday.
Next, close-knit, when people in a community know each other well and support each other. We heard this in our role play when describing country community.
It's a very close-knit village. Everyone looks out for each other. Casual. I love how close-knit this neighborhood is. My neighbor noticed when I was sick.
Then, anonymity, the state of being unknown or unrecognized by others, often used about city living.
There's a certain freedom in the anonymity of a big city. Casual. I actually like the anonymity. Nobody knows my business here.
We use the phrase, in this season of my life, meaning at this current stage or chapter of life, right now.
In this season of my life, I need peace more than excitement. Casual. City life was right for me before, but in this season, I need something different.
Then, vibrant, lively, colorful, full of energy and variety.
The city has a vibrant food scene, something new opening every week. Casual. The neighborhood is so vibrant. I love living here.
We used isolated, far from people or places, sometimes positive, sometimes negative.
The cottage is beautiful but quite isolated. No shops within 20 minutes. Casual. Don't you feel isolated out there in the countryside?
And one more, whereas, a conjunction used to contrast two different ideas or situations.
City life keeps you constantly stimulated, whereas country life gives you space to think. Casual. I need noise and energy, whereas my partner needs silence. We compromise.
Your challenge right now. Use whereas to compare two things about where you live. Say it out loud or write it in the comments. One sentence, right now.
We want to read them, seriously.
Quick recap of today's 5 tips.
Tip 1. City life vocabulary. Layer the portrait. Bustling, vibrant, fast-paced, convenient, diverse, anonymous.
Tip 2. Country life vocabulary. Paint the pace. Peaceful, scenic, close-knit, spacious, unhurried, isolated.
Tip 3. Compare naturally. Use whereas, while, in contrast, show nuance. Both cups of tea have value.
Tip 4. Talk about what you miss and what you have gained. The honest trade. Light traded for light.
And tip 5. Express your preference with the gate open. For me personally, in this season, I think it depends. Never a wall.
Where you live is not just geography. It is identity, values, a whole way of moving through life.
And now you can talk about it in English. Fully, beautifully, with nuance.
That is a very big thing.
That is a very big thing. Here is your question for today. Do you live in a city or the countryside right now? And what is one thing you love about it, and one thing you genuinely miss about somewhere else?
Write it in English in the comments. Use one word from today's vocabulary. We read every single one.
And if this episode gave you the words for a conversation you have been wanting to have in English, please like this video, subscribe to Daily English Podcast, and share it with someone who has recently moved to a new place and is still finding the words for how it feels.
They are out there right now trying to describe something they don't have the English for yet. Give them this episode.
This was the Daily English Podcast with Daniel.
And Nova.
Until next time, wherever you live, paint the portrait. Give it the words it deserves.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Take care. And if you can't see stars from your window tonight, enjoy them for those of us who can't.
And if you can't, enjoy the energy. Both are beautiful.
Bye. Your progress doesn't end here. To keep growing your English, click on the next video or explore the other episodes we have chosen especially for you.